going to be a riot act. I'm talking Saturday Night March 27th, 2010, right here at Davis Arena. And Kenny, we're all talking about the big title match, the Mexican Death Row match between the champion Beef Wellington and Lowrider.
Well, this Mexican Death Row match has been the talk of the wrestling world. Everybody wanting to know exactly what's involved. We're about to find out, and I can't wait to be there.
Also, the Southern Tag Team titles are going to be on the line. Right now, we're kicking things off with a little single action. I'm Dean Hill alongside Kenny. The star
introducing first from Buffalo, New York, weighing in tonight at 210 pounds, Jamin
Olivencia says he has a new lease on life. He's a new man. He's going to have to be dealt with as well here in 2010. We will find out because he's taking on one of the biggest little powerhouses in OVW and personal friend of Kenny the Star Maker Bowling.
Yeah.
I love it when you get in depth with your commentary.
And his opponent, weighing in tonight at 160 pounds, he comes from Roanoke, Virginia. This is Fang.
About as deep as he deserves.
Sounded like Beefcake in UDM 2. Right now, young JR Young making sure Fang is ready to go. Calling for the bell, sir, and you have it. Olivencia and young Fang. Keep your eyes on this one, ladies and gentlemen, whether we're streaming into your house at ovwrestling.com or you're seeing us on your CW network in Lexington or London, Kentucky. What in the world? Oh, I thought something broke underneath the ring. Something bammed here inside the... Well, someone knocked over a metal chair is what that was, and like never mind.
Sounded like a cannon went off.
Going to be a little bit faster action tonight. Of course, our good friend Twink is filling in for this person formerly known as Tyler Houston in the ring. And Kenny and I are going to do... double duty on this instead of triple duty tonight.
It's just an unbelievable night out here. Twinkle Toes, he's been forced into the ring to do the ring announcing duties. Celebrating
on his birthday.
On his birthday tonight. I'm celebrating my birthday tonight. Daniel Boone passed away today on my birthday. I just found that out. It's going to be a stressful night for me all the way around. But I'm here and I'm going to do the best I can. I really ought to be out in Boonesboro as part of the burial process, but I'm here and I'm ready to go.
Well, I'm just glad to see you took off the coonskin cap that you were in. That was a little over the top. Right now, Jamin Olivencia trying to work his way out of this. He's got
I had that since I was 6.
Fang is trying to work his way out of it. The vantage point that I had didn't show it to me exactly, but Jamin has worked that left arm into the bar behind Fang, and Fang goes face down on the carpet.
And from what I understand from you, Dean Hill, you've told me you've had some talks with Olivencia. He's a new man, found a new way of life, and he's going to focus more on scientific-style wrestling. Is that pretty much the feedback you got?
That's what he told me. Now, you know what, Olivencia's M.O. was from 2009, and willingtodoanything.com.
I think me, you, and some former announcers, one of them ain't here because of Olivencia, know exactly what his M.O. can be.
Yeah, he was escorted out of here in handcuffs the last time I saw
him.
The young man. Miss him, however, but then again, it is what it is.
Let's face it, we're better off without him.
As Fang is taking a little opportunity here to get the cobwebs out of his head, so to speak, and Olivencia inviting him back in.
Well, Olivencia knows that the match is going his way right now. Look at this.
Fang, man. Well, again, Olivencia's reputation precedes him. He used to be willing to do anything.
Well,
if he's going to be a newly born man, he's going to have to prove it to the kid.
One thing I got to hand to, that might not have been the most Christian maneuver ever done in the world, but it wasn't illegal. He took advantage of a situation. I don't think Olivencia cared for it any. As shown when he went up to the top rope and laid
the cover does not hook a leg and Fang kicks out.
He laid a big stiff forearm right in Fang's skull, so he might not have broke any rules, but he let him know, hey, don't be taking advantage of my kindness out here. Yeah, I know I hate it when people take advantage of my kindness.
Both of them trying to get the advantage on the other one right now. Olivencia with the bridge out from Fang. Olivencia with the pressure on top right now, still keeping that left arm barred in behind young Fangster. Fang trying to roll himself up on it, gets back up to one knee, back up to a vertical base, and Olivencia follows him in.
Well, Olivencia's got to be liking this because I can count on one hand or less how many times Olivencia's had the weight advantage in any of his matches. So he's got to be liking this. And I would say he's every bit of just as quick as Fang. What would you say?
Well, quite
Pretty
honestly,
close.
yes. Very, very close. Too close to call. But right here, what Olivencia, he's having flashbacks.
I think he is. That looked like a...
Oh, my goodness.
That's legal, though. I thought he might have had him right there. I thought it was over.
I thought it was all over with the crying myself. Fang,
well, Olivencia getting in that mode, man. He starts chanting his name. He really starts feeling it. Maybe he realizes he needs that part of it to keep himself motivated.
Fang looked like he was trying to roll out of the way. And
now, that looked like a punch to me right there, and there's another one.
Flipper forearm.
And ain't how I saw it.
Roll for momentum, and Olivencia sees Fang coming. Roll, hooks the far leg. 1, 2, and Fang kicks out. One hard from the young man.
Couple of close calls. Olivencia looks a little irritated, jerks him up, and puts him in a very, very stiff reverse chin lock.
Right now, Fang trying to figure out whether or not he just needs to try to rotate himself into the pressure to break this hold. Some of the crowd out here yelling Jamin Olivencia, trying to perhaps distract him.
And when that happens, you never know if they're fans of Jamin or if they're trying to heckle him. You never know. But the look on Jamin's face right now don't look like the new and reformed Olivencia to me.
Fang's back up to a setting position, but Olivencia is keeping the pressure on. Back up to a vertical base for both wrestlers, these two OVW superstars. Oh, and Olivencia brings that big clubbing left arm across the back.
Shades of Big Al Green with those telephone pole broad arms he used to throw.
And Al Green, talk about going back in time.
The mean greens, the heavenly bodies.
And that they were.
So they told everybody.
Oh, worked out by Fang. Fang is behind Olivencia, rolls Olivencia up. 1, 2, Olivencia reverses that, rolls Fang up. 1, 2, oh, and pulls it. Oh, one more time. My goodness, we're going to.
When I first started to become a fan of pro wrestling, the
1, 2, and the kick out.
The Greens were one of the dominant tag teams in this territory.
Greens, the interns, it goes on, and the bridge. 1, 2, and Olivencia bridges his way up out of it.
Carl von Bronner.
And the list goes on.
With manager Saul Weingroff.
And Dr. Ken Ramey. Oh, hold on. Rolls up small package. 1, 2. Oh, man. Talk about fast and furious.
Now that we've gone way down memory lane and nobody remembers what we're remembering, we'll get back to the current action.
Anybody over the age of 40 knows what we're talking about. Hold on. 1, 2. Oh, almost a 2. And a reversal by Fang. 1, 2. Again, almost too quick to call. Back and forth.
I told you Olivencia was just as quick as Fang. He's showing it right here. Wow. Well, everybody pulling every trick in the book out.
Young J.R. Young's right hand ought to be blistering red by now. He just counted by 45 times.
Looks like a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner cartoon here. One of them outsmarting than the other one about every 5 seconds.
Meep, meep. Fang screaming, come on. He's getting ready to climb.
Wait till Olivencia puts dynamite in his bird food. Going to be all over then.
Oh, and he brings the...
Oh, no.
Brings a huge Acme drop kick off the top rope.
No dynamite there.
Fang first one back up. Olivencia stunned. Fang rolls him over. Oh,
look
Olivencia
out. 1, 2, 3. There's your dynamite for you.
Here is your winner, Jamin Olivencia.
Man, well, back and forth, and this could have gone either which way. Olivencia is victorious, but Fang is all missed it by that much.
If you were scoring it on points, it would have probably been dead even, but he made that last critical mistake. Olivencia with the ring experience, the knowledge, and he got the win.
Closer than the Murray State first victory in the NCAA. Talking about big nights coming up. March the 27th is the Riot Act. We got the Mexican Death Rope match for the heavyweight title. I understand we have comments from the champ and the lowrider. Let's go there now.
Lowrider, March 27th at Riot Act. It's me and you in a Mexican death rope match for the OVW Heavyweight Championship. Lowrider, this is a match on your terms, in your backyard. I'm supposed to be scared. Well, I'm not. Because it's all in. That means winner take all. So after Riot Act, Lowrider, I don't want to see your face again.
March 27th, Riot Act. The Mexican death rope match. Beefy versus the Lowrider. Beefy, you got through the little test that I gave you. You beat the hammer by the skin of your teeth. But come March 27th, you, me, Mexican death rope.
Attention, if you...
Very impressive, at least looking, coming in here from the great state of Ohio, wanting to be a star here in OVW because he knows where the stars go from OVW.
I tell you what, if he ever puts as much effort into his wrestling ability as he puts into his look, he might be the next world champion of the world.
Well, Mike Gable, very impressive young man, and right now still trying to cut a niche for himself.
Yeah,
working on what?
I said he hadn't any problems working on that ego either.
Well, that may be the case. Right now, ego to tweak in the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in tonight at 240 pounds. He comes from Akron, Ohio. This is Mike Gable.
Well, I'll hand you
What
this.
is it came to Dan Gable?
That I couldn't. Don't know that it wasn't.
A rock by any other name would smell as sweet. Right now we're ready to go. Demetrious, the innovative innovator of innovation, out here without his former tag team partner. Going to be taking on the young Mike Gable. Mike, a very impressive young man, but Mike has given up a little bit of experience to Demetrious. Demetrious getting a little sidetracked right now by some of the fans out here in Davis Arena. Collar and elbow lock up between these two superstars.
Normally has the fans on his side. I wouldn't worry about that at all. But then again, he is definitely giving up some strength, and Mr. Gable going to let him know about it.
Gable spending a little bit too much time, if you ask me, worrying about posing. Collar and elbow lock up between Demetrious and Mike Gable. Again, another show of strength, and Gable victorious on this.
There's an old saying in the wrestling business, when you first get in the business, do what you do best. Well, maybe posing's what he does best right now, and he took somebody literally. Well, he ain't too good at catching other people's headgear.
Well, his version of the pit stop. And a flipper forearm. Oh, and an offense chop from Demetrious at headdress into the face of Mike Gable, the temporary distraction that Demetrious needed.
He's a big, powerful guy. I mean, you got to do some serious beating on him to beat him down. Looks like he ought to be able to take a, well, hello.
Yeah, Gable bringing in that quick running forearm, that clothesline, if you will.
I mean, just from looking at this guy, Dean, he's about as big and powerful as anybody here. I don't know anybody that would be any bigger. There you go again.
Well, the arrogant pin attempt from Mike Gable, the foot on the chest.
He ain't been around here long enough. He's going to win very many matches doing that.
Demetrious comes up, breaks that hold, a couple flipper forearms. Gable, however, grabs Demetrious, puts him up, holds him there for a moment for emphasis, and slams him.
And especially on Demetrious.
Far leg hook, Kenny. 1, 2, and Demetrious kicks out.
Well, that's been the number one criticism I've heard of this guy. Is number one, he's got a bit of a anger control problem. He loses his cool, is he? And I've also heard that he thinks he's been in the business for 25 years. Talk to some of the boys, they think he's a little hard-headed and doesn't follow instructions too well. That's what the rest of the locker room's telling me.
Well, that'll come to haunt you if you ever start looking for a tag team partner.
Oh, yeah, it will.
Not that Gable is interested.
Ask Jimbo Ono. Jimbo Ono hadn't liked too many people he's been tagged up with either. And doesn't mind letting people know about it on his way to the ring.
Right now, Gable with the early advantage. I would be very interested to find out his family trees, whether or not Dan Gable is in there any place.
Well, it's a possibility.
Demetrious right now out of the way. Demetrious using the rope for momentum. Oh, and had a Gable caught him in midair, picked him up.
That maneuver would have worked on everybody else on the roster except this guy.
on Gable again, posing while he's got Demetrious up there.
I
and
see
look,
it
came back to haunt you, baby.
Yeah,
Come back
it
to
did. Look
haunt
out.
you. Roll up.
One,
Is this it,
two.
Yeah.
And once again,
Here's your winner, Demetrious.
as I was trying to say, once again, he strolls to that ring with that $1 million body, but he let a 10-cent brain get him beat.
Hannah, we've got such a busy few weeks coming up. They're going to be loads and loads of fun, but so busy. I know, you're absolutely right. We've got to make tons of lists. We've got to go shopping. Yeah. We've got to get flour. We've got to get eggs. We've got to get sugar. We've got to get milk. Oh, and we can't forget the chocolate. Never forget the chocolate. Oh, and don't forget, we've got to get lots of yummy, colourful frosting. Definitely frosting. Lots and lots of it. Because we're going to be in Augusta, Kentucky on April the 9th. Yeah, and then on April the 10th, it's going to be a double the fun day, just like Team Blossom, because at noon we're going to be in Charlestown, Indiana, and then in the evening we're going to be in Austin, Indiana. That's so cool, because then, the cherry on the top, we're going to be back in E-Town, Kentucky on April the 17th. It's going to be so much fun. We want to see all you guys there. Bring your friends, bring all your family, because you know Team Blossom are going to be bringing the cupcakes.
We will see whether or not they're able to work very well together. I've got all the confidence in the world in Shiloh, but the Soul Cat who's flipping in right now has been in single action for quite a while.
The following contest is a tag team match, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, team number 1, weighing in at a total combined weight of 490 pounds, the team of Shiloh and the Jaguar.
You may have said it best, Dean. Sometimes these guys gel together, sometimes they don't. The Soul Cat not known for being a team player, so I may just see how this pans out here today.
And the young men that they're not in their wrestling attire. They look like a couple of pallbearers or
I didn't see him.
Market guys.
I didn't see him at the Daniel Boone funeral today, so they weren't carrying that casket.
Ted McNaylor and Adam Revolver have been pretty focused here lately on what their future's going to be here in OVW, but
and their opponents, the team of Adam Revolver, Ted McNaylor. They are the Mobile.
Never call us the Mobile Homers again. Get out of the ring.
Man just trying to do his job.
Let me be very clear. The Mobile Homers are no more.
All right, that's clear.
You are looking at Adam Revolver and Ted McNaylor. We are the most elite tag team in all of professional wrestling.
Most elite in all?
Yeah.
When we wrestle, it has to mean everything. It has to mean the world. It has to mean that titles are on the line. And well, these guys just aren't champions.
Well, you got to believe in yourself, Kenny, you know.
I agree.
The bottom line is this. We are the best tag team in this promotion. We are the best tag team in this state. We are the best tag team in this country. We are the best tag team in the entire world. And you would be hard-pressed to find a tag team that can prove us wrong because they do not exist.
Covering a lot of ground.
Saturday night, April 27th at Riot Act, Benny and Andrew, why don't you accept our challenge for the OVW Southern Tag Team titles, or we will not be wrestling at all.
He's obviously fired up. He meant to say March the 27th, not
I know
April.
You're back there. Get out here right now and accept our challenge. Be a man.
Yep, Ben.
You know what? It's just like you, Ted. It's just like you, Adam, to call me out when you know my tag team partner isn't even here tonight. You want to hit us from behind with steel chairs? Well, you know what? I brought my own equalizer. I brought my own steel chair. And if putting the OVW Southern Tag Team titles on the line is what I have to do to get you two in the ring, consider it done.
Well, oh, goodness.
So I guess the match is set. Saturday, March 27th, Riot Act, The Future versus The Elite for the OVW Southern Tag Team titles. The match is on, but as far as this match goes, well, I guess it just doesn't count.
Oh, the low blow. The low blow. I mean, I know that they were talking about putting the Southern Tag Team
Saturday, March 27th, Benny. You and Andrew better be ready because the Southern Tag Team titles are coming home to the Elite.
Well, Benny and Andrew said they were putting the titles on the line at Riot Act, but we had no idea who was going to be the challengers for it. Now it's obvious that Ted and Adam Revolver are going to get a title shot there at Riot Act, Kenny.
They came out here and played some mind games with Benny. In my opinion, Benny fell for it. He shouldn't have done that. We'll see how it all pans out March the 27th. Riot Act!
Richard Craney and Nene do a very good job with concession stands or selling tickets. For Richard Craney's here picking up the trash that got left over. He's doing a really good.
So I see you found a new job, huh?
Yeah, Richard Craney's here. He's cleaning. I'm doing a really good job. See this mess?
Look, you're not supposed to be here after hours. Give me that broom.
I need this broom. I need to clean. You haven't seen the last of Richard Craney!
Hey, you get back here!
IT.com.
Up your head. What are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie. Definitely not easy.
Hey, whoa.
Just gotta get through the day.
How do you stop that?
Being used to doing something with a cigarette makes it hard doing it without one. If I can relearn to get through my workday without cigarettes, I can relearn anything without cigarettes.
Relearn life without cigarettes. Free at becomeanex.org. A new way to think about quitting. For more information on quitting, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Mission is a go.
You are good to go.
So, have you made your decision yet?
Yeah, I think so.
The wishes of thousands of children are waiting to come true. You can make it happen. Find out how today at wish.org.
As TJ Lane and Taryn Shay, a couple of young women that have been on a mission here in 2010, and the unfortunate man that is getting the ire of TJ Lane. You see him right now, the third is TJ. Come on, I'll be there for you. I'll do what you tell me to do. I don't need the abuse.
I don't like the abuse myself. My favorite part of the show. Better do as he's told.
I mean, I want to be in professional wrestling. I just want to get my jaw jacked on a regular basis. My goodness.
5'4" domination.
TJ Lane again having her issues with her ballet out here or whatever.
The following contest is an OVW Femme Fatale Tag Team Match. Introducing first, they are accompanied to the ring by Alvin, the team of Taryn Shay and TJ Lane.
Use the P word, pimp slap.
He don't want too happy about it either. He gets that treatment out here every week. Well,
you'd think at some point that his manhood would come into effect, and he would.
You're assuming he has any manhood. I don't know.
That's a good point. But look who's coming out. Oh, baby dolls! Baby dolls! Oh my goodness! Oh, my little cupcake.
They had two cupcakes. They had two.
Well, we're taking a look at the ring. Of course, you can see Anna with the wrap around her wrist. Of course, she was injured last week. We'll take more stuff.
They're jumping into the ring by Anna Rossa. And the cupcake, the team of Honey Blossom and the OVW Women's Champion, Josie.
You don't know how bad I want to eat that.
They put a licking on it already, so that, you know, kind of like grabbing the last burger and putting it on, licking on it, so it'll be yours later.
He thinks that'll stop me.
And, of course, Chris Sharp looking for the production assistant.
So what?
So
I must have missed something. What happened to that twin that didn't bring me my cupcake?
I want to know what happened to our production assistant. Right now, Josie, the women's champion, and Josie wanting to get her hands on C.J. Lane, and C.J. is desperately wanting out of this ring right now, but Taryn Shay won't do it. We got a little problem going on here between these two.
I noticed that. A couple more slaps on this little goof at ringside here, and he might be our next production assistant. He might not want that job. Look out!
Oh, Luthez press from Holly. Oh, and one fist after another to the face of C.J. Lane. I'm telling you right now, she's taking exception to the fact that Hannah, the kicking that C.J. Lane put on Hannah last week, and the damage that has occurred to her rib cage. You see Hannah on the side, saw her earlier in the introductions. She has the wrap around her ribs, instruction from the doctor.
Well, I would have said that she learned that move not from Luthez, but from Jerry Jarrett, but she ain't old enough to know who Luthez or Jerry Jarrett either one are.
And you know that's got to hurt. Taryn just rode Holly back in over the top of the femme fatale title that's laying there in an awkward position. Oh, and down across the kidney area. Taryn Shay hooks the far leg, and Holly kicks out.
Jerry Jarrett, a former legend here in the Louisville regions. Good personal friend of mine. Don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, man, and the Irish whip into the corner. He's a great man. He used to play golf with his son all the time. Oh, an Irish whip into the corner again from Taryn Shay on Holly.
Used to. Still upset about the cupcake situation. I thought for sure, with just two of us out here, I'd have got a cupcake this week.
Oh, and Holly out of the way. Taryn Shay face first into the... Hold on, we got... Had security walk across in front of me. Wasn't sure what was going on there. But the tag in on C.J. Lane again. Josie desperately wants to get her hands on C.J. Lane. But I don't think it really matters this week. And drops the elbow.
I don't think Josie wants C.J. as bad as she thinks she does. C.J. has turned it up about 5 notches since having a reevaluation of her career. Look out. Swinging a miss.
Oh, man, and drops her down onto the... Hold on. Wow, one more time rattling the cage of C.J. Lane.
Yeah, she's getting the better of her right now, but C.J. ain't one bit impressed with everywhere that Josie's been and all she's done, because I think C.J. plans on taking her place.
The bridge. Taryn Shay in to break that hold on C.J. Lane.
Taryn had to get in there and save the day. It wasn't looking good for C.J.
Holly throws Taryn out. Hold on. Look at this. C.J. Lane pulls some kind of a chrome-looking pipe or a nightstick or something out of the back of Elvis Pridemore's pants.
It looked like he finally might be paying some dividends out here.
C.J. Lane lays the pipe to Josie. Josie in severe pain. All the potential career-changing injury.
I told you she didn't want it.
Here are your winners, the team of Taryn Shay and C.J. Lane.
C.J. Lane pulls it off, but she had to pull a steel pipe out from behind Elvis Pridemore to get the victory for her and Taryn.
I mentioned the Pussycat Dolls out here earlier. They got a song, Be Careful What You Ask For. You just might get it. Josie asked for it. She just got it.
First it's the ribs of Hannah. Now it's the ribs of the champion. How far will C.J. Lane be willing to go?
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel the excitement. I know you feel the excitement, and I'm here to talk to you about all the great live entertainment that we can bring you each and every weekend. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, Fang, I can already watch the television show every single day at ovwrestling.com, but I defy you to find a better wrestling product anywhere on the planet Earth. And that's why we bring our shows to you live and in living color. We are going to be in Augusta, Kentucky on April the 9th. The show starts at 8. Then, a double shot. We are going to be in Charlestown, Indiana on April the 10th. That show starts at noon. And then later the same day, we are going to be in Austin, Indiana. That show starts at 8 p.m. And finally, we are going to be in E-Town, Kentucky on April the 17th at 8 p.m. So, folks, don't just sit there like a couch potato. Get up and come see the superstars of OVW live in action, coming to a town near you.
Well, that was...
Every day, in every way, more and
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you've been living under some sort of rock,
It's all about the poof.
in case you didn't know, I am Double K, the Kamikaze Kid, your OVW television champion.
He seems mighty proud of it.
And though
The only one.
tonight I don't have a match, I'm still legally obligated to appear on television. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to share with all of you and all of you watching at home a revelation I had. As far as me and this television title goes, as far as me and OVW goes, I've done there all is to do. I've beaten everybody. I've done everything in my division. Whether it was, I don't know, Shiloh Mount. I didn't need the side of my hand to chop him down. I just used 2 fingers. Mr. WWE, Asher Knight, slayed him, sent him to Florida. Metal Master, I turned him into scrap. So I've come here tonight to tell you, I refuse to defend this title until it's just a waste of my time. So I want you all to remember, when I'm heading home and my lady Stardust is waiting for me at the Golden Gates for me to get there, I want you all to remember that Double K is the brightest star in the wrestling universe.
The Golden Gate or the Pearly Gates?
I'm leaning on Pearly.
Yeah, either which way, he better be careful. It could end up being the death of him. Since then,
The following contest is a tag team match, and it is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, weighing in tonight at a total combined weight of 595 pounds, and representing JCW, the team of Guido Andretti and Cash Flow.
Flo and Andretti teaming up tonight, and what a couple of impressive young men they are, let alone tagging them up together. Of course, Guido usually tags up with Vic the Bruiser, and Cash Flow out here with either Pondo or Too Tough Tony. The last two are missing tonight from the arena.
You just said the man.
And representing OVW, weighing tonight at 425 pounds, the team of Nick Nelson, John Hunter, they are the Rookies.
Somebody else to come out through the curtain, but I was just told through my head.
Either you 2 rookies have got heat in the back, or you're not doing something for that desk over there. I don't know why. I don't know where you get your brains from. I don't know if you come out here to please all these people for Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling. Let me explain something to you. The last 2 times, you got off easy. You're not going to get off so easy this time. You 2 boys are going to the hospital, just like all these Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling wrestlers need to be in the hospital. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because they're not worth the stuff I scrape off my boot every single night that I leave this crap hole.
Well, certainly not very respectful for the grounds that they're standing on. And I think the Rookies did what they felt they had to do, and that's get off to a quick start, because they hadn't been doing it lately, and so much for the quick start,
Well,
Dean.
Slick Nick and Hot Scott, the Rookies, as Kenny says, so much for the hot start. Double club from Guido Andretti on Hot Scott, and Cash Flow taking Nick Nelson to the ground very quickly.
Like I said, Cash Flow been established in the business for every bit of 15 years if it's a day. And the rookies in there, let's face it, I don't think they've got, 5 matches under their belt? 10 maybe at best?
Well, let's hope they survive this so they can at least represent. Understand they're being talked about having a match during the Riot Act on Saturday, March the 27th. Let's don't forget that we've already got the Mexican Death Rope match signed. The heavyweight title on the line in that Mexican Death Rope match between the challenger, the lowrider, and the champion, Beef Wellington. As you see, Guido tagging in Cash Flow. Also, the Southern Tag titles were going to be defended that night, but we had no idea who the future was going to defend them against, but we found out tonight. They've decided to put them on the line against Ted McNaylor and Adam Revolver, who had the arrogance to come out here tonight, schedule in a match, and wore their suits. Oh, the cover was hooked the far leg, but Hot Scott kicks out.
Well, Dean, I've always said to the young talent around here, you're never going to get any better unless you fight people that are at least better than you, more experienced than you, and sometimes bigger than you. Well, in this case, right now, all three, Vito been around here in OVW for probably 14, 15 years off and on. Cash Flow been around in the business a good 15 years. And they keep coming back and trying to, I just don't know. I think they're biting off more than they can chew right now. I mean, and it's on television for everybody to see. But Cash Flow, let's face it, he really gets his jollies off by coming in here and then going back across the river and saying, yeah, we beat some more OVW guys. He ain't bothering to tell them what the experience level is of the guys he's been getting wins over.
Oh, as the Hot Scott makes the crawl under between the legs of Guido Andretti, tags in Slick Nick. Nick takes Guido for the ride, reversed by Guido Andretti. Oh, and what a clothesline. I mean, Guido just is unloading on these guys. Guido, like he's had a bad day the last 8 or 9 days in a row.
Well, he pretty much lives his life that way. I managed him for the better part of a couple of years, and I don't remember too many good days he was having.
Well, you didn't manage to take any of that hatred out of him, I'll tell you that.
I didn't get none of that.
Cash Flow with the advantage right now. Both of these invaders from JCW. Oh, and the Cooks of Far Lake won. Talking a little smack to Hot Scott, and brings Slick Nick up and pops him with that right fist.
Well, eventually, maybe somewhere down the line, they're going to put their name on the dotted line against somebody that ain't fresh out of Rip Rogers' training class. That's what I'm dying to see.
The rookies have made quite a name for themselves in the training class, but right now, I will admit to you, they are
making a name for yourself there and making a name for yourself on OVW television are entirely two different worlds.
The name in this situation could be Rest in Peace.
It's not a name you want to have.
Asfest Parker. Right now, Slick Nick back up to his feet. Oh, and drops down. Puts the head into the chin of Guido Andretti. The tag on Hot Scott. Hot Scott comes in, puts that fist, another one, a third one.
Well, he's putting out the effort. I'll give him that. He ain't dilly-dallying around. If you're going to win, you got to give it your A game.
Oh, the blind tag. Hot Scott had no idea. And Cash Flow comes in and puts that big clubbing right fist across the back. Uh-oh, look at this, Kenny.
That's where experience comes in, Dean. He got in the wrong corner, and look what's happening to him now. You got two big hombres over there putting a beating on you.
Oh, my word. Oh, man, and plants Hot Scott.
Well,
is this it?
That's it. Wait a minute. Referee making him break the hold.
Hold on, he's the wrong man? Is he the wrong man?
I'm not sure. I've kind of lost count.
I guess so. 1, 2.
Well, right man.
Here are your
count.
winners, the team of Cash Flow and Guido Andretti.
Andretti just, again, I mean, talk about being in a surly mood. It isn't enough for him to win this situation, but he's got a jaw jack with the referee. He's PO'd at the referee. He's PO'd at the rookies. He's PO'd at you. He's PO'd at me.
They stay hot at everybody.
They're victorious, but you sure, I'll tell you right now, there's not going to be any victory party about it. Andretti's a mad, mad man.
Friday night, April the 9th, Bell time, 8 o'clock. Doors open at 7. Ohio Valley Wrestling's television cameras will be rolling. This event will air on WKYT TV Lexington. In action, Ohio Valley Wrestling superstars Beef Wellington, Fang, and many more. Ohio Valley Wrestling in Augusta, Kentucky. Friday, April 9th. Be there.
Do you have a dream of entering the squared circle? Do you think you have what it takes to make a career in the professional wrestling industry? If so, then OVW is the place for you. At the Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road in Louisville. OVW's trainers have decades of experience and have trained superstars like John Cena, Batista, Randy Orton, and all your favorite OVW wrestlers. So call 502-473-0660 and see if you have what it takes to become one of tomorrow's superstars today.
And it's Ali, the young man that has had his issues in 2009 and is bringing his problems, a long list as it is, into 2010. But he has an opportunity right now. An opportunity he has been waiting for here lately, Kitty. That's a shot at the heavyweight title. Well, we're going to find out, because the heavyweight champion, Beef Wellington, should be out here in just a minute as Ali continues to drop the eyes and the raised eyebrow look here into the television camera and continues to jaw jack with the fans here in OVW as we await for the music of Beef Wellington to ring through Davis Arena. Turn it up. Let's go to Carl Twiggletoes Martin in the ring for the introduction.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the OVW Heavyweight Championship. When the bell rings, the official in charge, Chris Sharp. Introducing first, to my right, he is the challenger. He comes from Collinsville, USA, weighing in tonight at 205 pounds. This is Ali. And his opponent, to my left, he is the reigning and defending OVW Heavyweight Champion, Brent Beefy Wellington.
Beef Wellington, the heavyweight champion, is putting the title on the line as we get closer and closer to Riot Act on Saturday night, March the 27th. Right here in Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road, Louisville, Kentucky. Wherever you may be across this great state, whether it's in Indiana or Kentucky or Ohio or Mississippi or pick one, I don't much care. You need to be here on Saturday night, March the 27th. I'm going to be here.
I'll be here, and I've been hearing letters across the internet. People coming down here from as far north as northern Ohio, Michigan, Chicago.
Fargo, South Dakota?
I haven't heard from anybody from Fargo. And that'd be North Dakota. Get your geographics right. Remember, they might be washed down here by then. All the flooding they got going on.
Collar and elbow lockup between these two OVW superstars and Ali. The opportunity to put emphasis back behind his name. He seems as though he's been a lost soul here over for the last couple of months since he has lost what he considered to be the prestige in OVW, a title around his waist. Whether it be the TV title or a Southern title or a heavyweight title, he doesn't care. He wants it back. And, of course, Wellington, a long journey for Wellington to finally get this opportunity. And, of course, Moose suspended a few weeks back, and it has been a little pleasant around here. We haven't seen Moose lately.
Well, it has been a little quieter, and nobody been thrown through any televisions lately. That's always a good thing. It saves the company about $5,000 a week right there.
Wellington in behind Ali. Ali trying to do the old basic high school wrestling maneuver, set out. Oh, and works it out for his advantage. Grabs that left arm and cranks it up behind Wellington.
And one thing I'll point out, Dean, there are certain wrestlers through the history of time that have never really worried much about whether they had a title or not. One would be The Undertaker. I mean, Andre the Giant, the Mummy. Some of those crazy wrestlers that were around here back in those days, they didn't care. They just want to beat up and hurt people. But Ali's a different bird. He wants gold around his waist. He hadn't had a lot of it here lately. and it's very important to him. It's I think he's about ready to quit the business if he doesn't get a title around here sometime soon.
The only thing that ought to be more important to him is being accurate at that elbow when you're going to drop it, because he definitely hit his funny bone, and there's nothing funny about it.
My criticism of him has been way too concerned about what the people in the crowd think.
Well, that's true.
And always jaw-jacking with the crowd instead of focusing on your opponent. Beef Wellington is too good to not give him 100% of your attention. Maybe tonight he's going to change his ways.
He's out here screaming. I thought he was screaming at me.
I think he said, "Come on, Beef." I don't know what he's yelling at him about. He's got him in a side headlock.
1, 2.
Maybe he wants him to give up from a side headlock. I don't see that happen every day.
Well, but Wellington still almost rolled him back over, had his shoulders down for a split second.
Bigger men than Ali have applied the side headlock to men that have not given up, so I don't know what he's expecting there.
Reversal from Wellington and puts the side headlock on Ali.
All right, let's see if Ali's ready to give up or not from a side headlock. I'm going to guess no.
Sets Wellington up for the right across the ring, loses the shoulder tackle, does Ali.
But then again, Murray State surprised me. Why not Ali?
Deep arm drag takedown. Ali right now trying to figure out if he's going to be able to stand the pain that he has to go through when he turns into this hold to break it. I guess he's willing to go there. He's working his way towards it, trying to get back up to a vertical base. Both wrestlers at one knee.
That's normally part of what you have to take into consideration when getting out of some of these holds. Is it worth the pain I'm going to go through to get out of it? Many cases, yes, or some cases, I'll lay here and wait for him to make a mistake.
Well, no mistake there, but Ali was able to get his way out of it. Cranking on that left arm of Wellington. Has the wrist locked into it, and the pain shooting up that left arm. Oh, and Wellington reverses that hold and cranks it up 2 or 3 times. Cranks it up a 4th time. Ali takes Wellington back into the rope, right across the ring, ducks under that right fist as Wellington crossbody. The cover does not hook a leg, and Ali kicks out.
That's what I was talking about earlier, that crossbody press there. There was a young man out here earlier today, big, powerful man. That maneuver didn't work on, but Ali, not to criticize him any, but not quite as big as that young man that was out here earlier, Mr. Gable. And the crossbody was able to work on him and got a near fall out of it.
Right now the heavyweight title is on the line. Beef Wellington has it, and Ali wants it. Ali with a short knee into the gut. Referee Chris Sharp reprimanding Ali, but that isn't going to last for long.
The other thing I'll point out is that Ali's got about 10 years experience on Mr. Gable, and he can normally figure a way out of these situations like this.
Wellington with a quick dive underneath of that impending move from Ali, and the arm drag takedown.
I'm guessing 8 or 10 years. He's been around a while.
And guessing, though you may be, you are probably correct, Ola. Right now, Ali standing up, putting the extra torque on that left arm hold.
Now, the thing I'm proud about Beefy Wellington, he's only, let's face it, he's only been what?
Oh, roll over, Lucas. 1, 2, and Ali kicks out.
Maybe 3-4 years at best on Beefy Wellington, homegrown product, right?
We make sure that you...
Well, if you ever watch SmackDown Raw or TNA, you will see look out. You'll see a whole bunch of homegrown product that OVW produced.
You got that right.
Wrestling all over the world.
Ali with a great idea, but did not have his feet planted correctly to be able to pull that off, and caught his, looked like left knee on the right shoulder of Wellington as Wellington dove underneath of that leapfrog, and Ali suffered the pain for that.
Dean, I'm sure a lot of the fans will know what I'm talking about. There's been many nights that I've watched the Raw, SmackDown, TNA shows, and I do that to kind of keep abreast as to what's going on with the talent that is left here in OVW, see how they're doing. And there's many times that every match will have somebody from OVW in it. I mean, it's just amazing what OVW has produced over the last 10 or 12 years here.
Oh, Wellington had an idea of producing another big arm drag takedown, and Ali sidestepped that. The cover from Ali, 1, 2, and the kick out from Wellington. And yes, Kenny, I do agree with everything that you've just said. These, hold on. Whoop. Distracted by a little something here from the security guard at the desk, but back to what's going on here in the ring. Ali right now with the advantage. That knee into the side of the head from Beef Wellington, and keep in mind, heavyweight. And here's what, if you ask me, this is what Ali does wrong every single time.
Yeah.
He's jaw-jacking. He's talking smack. He ought to be covering it.
And he ought to be studying his own films. He ought to be taking a DVD or something home and studying it every week. What am I doing wrong? what's costing me to lose some of these important matches. And I think he would notice, hey, I'm running my mouth too much. I'm letting the crowd dictate what I'm doing during the course of a match. Forget about the crowd. I never worried about them. They never ever bothered me.
Up and brings that left knee down across the chin of Beef Wellington. The cover does not hook a leg, however, and you're going to have to hook the leg, if not both legs, on Wellington at this stage of the match.
And to blow my own horn a little bit, that's why half of those wrestlers you see on Raw, SmackDown, and TNA, I produced and made into the big stars they are today because I taught them not to let the fans dictate what you do in a match.
And let's don't forget, we're coming towards Riot Act on Saturday night, March the 27th, 2010, right here at Davis Arena, 4400 Shepherdsville Road, Louisville, Kentucky. Make sure you're with us. The Mexican Death Rope match is going to be on the line between Wellington and Lowrider, and it will be for the title if Wellington still has the title after this match. Whether he has it or not, the Mexican Death Rope match will take place right here on the 27th.
And you know what? I better not forget our friends down at the Ring of Honor Wrestling either, because we've had several OVW stars invade there as well and do very good. Brett Albright, Nigel McGuinness, to mention a couple.
The Shooter?
Oh, yeah. Doing very well down there.
Yeah, great for him. Oh, and a left fist from Ben. Another one from Wellington to the chin of Ali. Ali swinging a miss. Oh, and drops the... I'll be advised we're running out of time. We will keep the cameras rolling. We'll show you the end of this match next week.
I'm Kenny the Star Maker Bolin.
I'm Dean Hill. See you at ringside.